What's up, everybody? This is Kate Scott, TV play-by-play announcer for the Philadelphia 76ers and a proud Cal alum. This is Bay Area Sports Wrap. Go Bears!
It's a pleasure to be in California, Northern California, and be in the stadium and see the energy in the building and the incredible fans here. So for those of you who live here, I'm sure you enjoy coming out, and yeah, just happy to be here with you all. So happy to take any questions.
Jessica, I know you guys were looking at changing the policy around stopping games during emergencies. What kind of was that process like this week of evaluating your policies and going over with the players and the PA and everything to come to that conclusion?
Well, I think a lot of communication and learning, and most importantly, a focus on really ensuring that we are showing up for the people who were in that stadium. I can't imagine what that was like for everyone who experienced it, and wanted to make sure that our focus was on the resources that they need in order to process and digest what they all experienced. And then secondarily, our focus was on the player and her family and making sure that she was okay, and thankfully she was. As we went through that and regrouped internally, we, of course, came to the conclusion that that game should not have continued, and that we were committed and are committed to ensuring that in a similar situation moving forward that it wouldn't happen again. And yeah, everything that we do every season gives us an opportunity to learn and be better, and that's what we're committed to do going forward.
You should say name and outlet before too.
Hi, Jeff Weissing of BMO Sports. Let me ask, why was the match continued? What led the decision to be okay for the match to be continued? I guess if you can share that.
Our focus was really on making sure that the player was cared for during the game, and so we were quite relieved and pleased that she had the resources and that Angel City's medical team really managed her care effortlessly and amazingly. And so, you know, all we could do is learn from the experience and conclude that in a future situation, we will ensure that our policies and protocols do not allow the game to continue.
Hi, I'm Tamara Griffin with The Athletic. On the topic of medical procedures, following the ambulance's transportation of Savy King to the hospital, was a replacement ambulance called to the stadium before the game restarted? I would have to double check on that because I wouldn't want to answer that specific question without confirming. Can I ask a follow-up since that was certainly appreciating the difference in time zone between when kickoff was and where most of the rest of the world lives, it seems. I'm curious if you were awake for that game, and whether or not, if you were not awake, you were called that night to be informed about what happened.
Yeah, I think as we've reviewed the situation, I don't think it's constructive to recount who did what and when.
Respectfully, you're the commissioner of the league.
Yes, and our focus really has been on ensuring that all of our medical procedures were followed, and that on a go-forward basis, the game would not continue, and it won't in the future.
I'm Mercury College, Bay Area Sports Wrap. Commissioner, who has actually the final say in that, whether a match gets to continue or not? And could you have either phoned in or messaged in to say, to have the power as the commissioner to stop that match?
It is ultimately the league's responsibility to manage whether a game plays or doesn't play, and that is the basis on our decision this week, which we announced a few days ago, that the game will not continue in the future if anything like that should happen again.
Okay.
Kevin Wynn from the SF Standard. This is an important showcase for the league. This matchup being, could you evaluate how both teams have navigated their growth years?
Yeah, well, state of California has so much soccer being played here. Obviously, bringing a team to the Bay Area, I think, was long overdue. This is a hub of girls soccer, and so many U.S. women's national teams played here. Of course, the origin story of the founding four and seeing them here, most of them here tonight, is incredible. And I think the rivalries that have developed around the league, including between teams like Bay FC and Angel City, give the excitement and energy that allow for the game to be exciting and for fans to want to show up. So it's really fun to be at these matches, and excited for more of them to come. I think the rivalry will only continue to build as Bay FC gets more, and Angel City gets more seasons under their belt.
And was this visit already like predetermined, or did you want to come out after the Savy King incident? Just to clarify.
It was determined earlier this week that I was going to be here.
Sorry, I already asked with Marissa and Jemmy, San Francisco Chronicle. Jessica, I'm wondering, do you have any update on the review of the Bay FC technical staff that the league announced they were conducting earlier this season?
No specific update other than it's underway. The investigation is underway, and we're actively working on it. And when we have more news to share, we'll communicate it.
These are Jessica, it's a general podcast. Can you talk a little bit about the growth targets that you had coming into the season and how you're tracking on those?
Yeah, I mean, for each of the last 3 seasons, we've broken every record: attendance, viewership, and all of the other growth metrics, like on social media, and everything is tracking really strongly this year. You know, through the beginning of the season, we really wanted to work with our clubs to help some of the teams that were trying to really grow their attendance, like North Carolina, which has had, I believe, 3 of their opening matches have set records for their club. Washington Spirit have incredible growth year over year, and we're really trying from the league's perspective to test and learn different strategies for supporting the clubs around the league who maybe haven't been like Angel City and San Diego and some other teams that have had historical success, and talked a lot actually over the last few seasons about trying to have more of the Angel Cities around the league, and proud to say that this has been another season where we see more of that, and we think there'll be some really strong numbers as the year progresses.
Maybe one more? Sure.
I was wondering if you could talk a bit about the Unwell partnership, how you have found that going. I'm sure you've seen the mixed, at best, reviews from various supporters groups around the league, and specifically what you think it says about the launch happening in the Bay.
Yeah. Well, first of all, the idea of the partnership really came from Alex Cooper herself. She grew up playing soccer and played soccer through college and genuinely loves this game. She has since, after not being able to play professionally and retiring after college, gone on to build an incredible platform, which is really rooted in a premise of women supporting women, and really shining a light on this idea of women showing up to support each other. And so when she approached us with those 2 premises in mind, which is women supporting women and I love this game, it really felt like an amazing partnership. Of course, I know and recognize that there are some people out there who don't love everything that she does, and that's okay. We see the partnership as an incredible opportunity for us to grow our audience, and I think all of us in this room and everyone who's in that stadium wants more women's soccer fans. We want more people to know who the NWSL is, and Alex Cooper can really help us do that, and genuinely wants to do that. She's committed to and prepared to show up in buildings herself and bring her incredible community along with her. And she did that here today. She did that in Orlando at the beginning of the season, and she's going to do it throughout the season. And we're excited about what it can do, and we believe that it will help the NWSL to continue to grow.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Thank you.
Hey, this is Kate Scott, play-by-play announcer for the Philadelphia 76ers. This is Bay Area Sports Wrap. Give them a like and subscribe to their YouTube channel.